I'm not really paying too much attention to what I'm adding to this because I'm going to go back and do it again later on my other user. But, you know, just pick your favorite songs. Picking my favorite songs. I don't necessarily my favorites, but just ones I'm not sick of listening to right now. Because sometimes you'll get tired of listening to the same songs over and over again, believe it or not. Okay. I think this is enough to start with. So you're gonna remember when you're holding down Control click to do multiple ones, you're gonna let off Control, then right click, and then you're gonna see add to playlist. But I do not seem to have a playlist. So what I'm going to do is make a new playlist here, and I'm going to call it Little O. Go back to my music, and you see it's all still, even though I clicked make a new playlist and it took me to a different screen, when I go back to my library it's all still selected, which is really nice. I'm going to add this to playlist Little O. And then what's the settings here? No, autofill. It's software always subtly changes when yeah, there we go. The software kind of subtly changes with every update, so sometimes you have to kind of relearn to use it. But what I basically did was I held down Little O and I clicked it and I dragged it into this window. I went to the Little O under devices, went to contents, and it's a very similar format here to your library, right? Looks the same. So that's where the music goes. And I just kind of clicked and dragged it in. And now it is updating. It's putting all these songs one by one onto my iPod. And down here you can see 33 songs, 2.4 hours, 181 megabyte, 0.6 megabytes. It'll tell you, you know, how much you're putting on there, which is important because you definitely have a limited amount of stuff you can put on your iPod. Here in the settings at the bottom, it shows me what I have on my iPod. This is really weird. It shows me all the settings I have on my iPod, and it shows me the capacity that I have left. Audio, of course I have all audio, what I have free. You can put a lot of songs on an iPod, which is why to me it's preferable than carrying around a bunch of CDs or whatever. Now, because I'm going to do this again on another user so that I have all my music, up here it's not showing me anything, so I assume my sync is complete. So I'm going to eject it. And you want to make sure to eject it just to make sure that just to make sure you don't corrupt it. And of course, if you do have a problem with it, you can obviously always restore it and see if that helps. But yeah, as soon as I eject it, it's ready to be taken out and removed safely. And I could have put way more songs than those 33 that I put on there, but I'm going to fill it up later. And then after you finish syncing it, after you finish putting your music on it, you can plug it in and it's ready to go. The only thing about if you haven't used an iPod before, you're going to charge it. You can charge it either by plugging it in directly to the computer. With your USB adapter, it's going to charge like when it's plugged into your computer, because basically your USB is going to provide power to the device. Or you can get this thing that I'm going to try to find a picture of for you. Let's see, iPod charger. Da, 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 da. Hex. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. USB travel charger for the iPod. See, you can't really see it real well because it's in a package and they didn't show a picture of the actual thing you do. But you can see it has like a plug, and then on the other end it'll have a little USB port, and you plug it into the wall and you plug in your dock that you got with your iPod that plugs into it. And then you plug your iPod into it and you can charge it from an outlet, or you can charge it on the computer. Either way, you're good to go. And then once you have your iPod synced up and charged up, it's ready for use. So I hope that gets you started with iTunes and iPod. And it's very similar for different programs. Like if you wanted to use Windows Media Player, it would be very similar. And apparently, since you can do MP3s now on iTunes, you can convert to MP3 rather than just the AAC version. You may even be able to use iTunes for different devices rather than just iPods, so that's kind of cool. But I hope this was informative and that you are on your way to using iTunes and iPod to make your musical life much richer.